How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is your guy Jacked coming back at you for another COD Mobile video. And in this COD Mobile video, I'm going to be showing you guys 10 SND loadouts because we all know COD Mobile has changed this season a lot. And a lot of people are playing SND a lot more, and there's a lot of melee users. You guys know the drill. So I'm going to give you guys loadouts to help you counter the common problems you will see in SND. And you guys have to remember that every loadout will be used differently. And I'm going to be explaining to you guys what loadout would be good for certain situations. And if you guys happen to enjoy the loadouts because you guys tend to really like my loadouts, make sure you guys drop a like on the video. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe for awesome COD Mobile content and tips and tricks. And yeah, thank you guys for the recent support, and I will start streaming soon. So yeah, without further ado, let us get started and let's get on to the first loadout of the video. Alright, so for the first loadout, we're going to be talking about the Bison. The Bison is the must-have in your guys' 10 loadouts. The Bison comes in really clutch, especially when you guys are trying to predict the enemy's location. This is why the Bison is so efficient. Since the Bison has such a high mag size, you could put a monolithic suppressor there, you guys are going to see in my loadouts, and you could pre-fire in certain situations without the enemy even knowing that you're there, unless they have really good headphones. And the Bison is just a very above average SMG, and this is the loadout that I have for it. Alright, for our next loadout we have is the DRH. Now, we all know the DRH is one of the best assault rifles in the game. If you have seen my top 5 AR videos, the DRH has very good ADS bullet spread accuracy now, at least a lot better than it has before. And I would suggest you guys to use this build when the enemy team is going to start tryharding and when they're going to pull out their vows. You guys know the drill. The DRH is very good at range, and it's more accurate than the vow, and the recoil is a lot more easier to control than it. And as I was gonna say, this is the loadout that I use. I like to use lightweight, I like to use quick fix, and this is the build that I like to run on all of my DRHs. Now, for the next build we have is the AGR. Now, I know a lot of people do not use the AGR, but the AGR is still one of the most underrated guns in COD Mobile. This is a gun, if you are tired of using the meta and tired of using the same gun, because trust me, it does get boring sometimes, the AGR is a very good option to do so. If you guys do happen to use the AGR, make sure you guys are playing at good, close to medium range on it. You could actually get some long shots with it as well, because the recoil on the build that I have is very predictable, and I would highly recommend you guys use the 60 round 5.56 ammo to make it have more damage. Alright, for the next gun we're going to be talking about is the AMAX. Now, this is the thing about the AMAX. When you guys are losing your gunfights, and let's say the enemy team is just destroying you guys, or if you don't even like to snipe and you just prefer to use a semi-automatic gun, this gun is clearly the best semi-auto in the game. It's even good with hip firing, and if you hit those headshots, you could take people off head glitches, you could wallbang. I just love this build so much. Please use it. You're going to be getting a lot of kills with it, and if you don't have the best aim, make sure you guys use a red dot. I personally like to use the iron sights. Alright, for loadout number 4, this is another must-have, especially when the enemy team is going to be really tryharding, and that is the ASVAL. The ASVAL is clearly the best assault rifle in the game. There's no need to even talk about that. It is basically an SMG AR hybrid. It's really good medium range as well, and the recoil on it's not very difficult at all. And I would suggest y'all to use this when the enemy team is going to be tryharding, because you guys want to use other guns to improve your guys' gun skill. And I rarely go wrong with this build with the ASVAL, but it is a very basic build. A lot of people have this ASVAL build already, and this is what I like to use. I like to use lightweight, I like to use toughness because I don't like to flinch on the ASVAL, and this is the build that I pretty much a lot of people use already. Alright, so we all know that SND is basically a melee war, so make sure you guys comment down below lightsaber battle, and I will heart your comment because this exchange right here is absolutely ridiculous. Now, for number 5, we have the Fennec. Of course, we're going to have the Fennec. Everyone knows about the Fennec, how good it is this season. The Fennec is the best SMG in the game, so we're going to want to have the best SMG in our loadouts when, again, we're going to be going against tryhards, because people that want to rank up are going to do whatever they can to get their scores up. And the Fennec is a gun that is going to be very beneficial for you and has very low downsides. Pretty much not, the only real downside is very long ranges, but why would you use the Fennec in long ranges? This build, it has a suppressor on it, so you won't be heard on the mini-maps, and it is very mobile, so this build is going to be perfect for you guys that like to rush and that. Alright, another gun that is not the meta, because we do not like to use meta, we like to use guns that are fun, and that is the Type 25. The Type 25 is a solid alternative if you guys don't like to use the ASVAL or the Fennec. It is a very good assault rifle, and it is underrated, and I personally like to use it when people aren't tryharding that much, and there's just a lot to do with it. And I would suggest you guys, when you guys are playing SND, this is more of a rushing type of gun. You could hold down pretty good angles with it and use stopping power rounds on it, because it kind of needs to have that for it to be efficient enough to win those gunfights. I like to use lightweight, I like to use toughness, and this is the build that I run with the Type 25. I suggest you guys to use. Alright, for the next gun on the list, we have the melee and the Finnick counter, and that is the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh technically has the fastest time to kill of all SMGs when it gets a burst in the upper body. So when you guys are going against axe people, when you guys are going against people that just are kind of annoying, and if you're in very close situations, use the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh is going to be a little bit more difficult when you're in those longer ranges, but if you are in a situation when people are being very annoying with their lethals, this is a gun to use. Now, if you guys don't want to use guns like the Pharaoh, the QQ9, basic SMGs, you guys could always go with the MX9, because the MX9 is a very good meta alternative. As a matter of fact, it could actually really fit in with the meta really easily. The recoil is not that difficult because it has a lot of recoil attachments to make it very easy. The range on it is not good by any means, but the build that I have is the best of both worlds. It is a very fast SMG and you could do a lot with it, and this is the way I like to run with it. I like to use toughness on it, even though you could use quick fix because you're going to be harvesting a lot of kills with it. And this is the loadout. Again, it's going to be a very balanced one, and it has a lot of things that you could do with this gun, so I'd recommend you guys to use this. Now, for the last gun in the video, we're going to be talking about the Holger. What makes the Holger very good is the damage. I really love the damage of this gun. I don't necessarily recommend using the Holger in SND because there's a lot of better weapons to use when you're going to play in a game like Search and Destroy. This gun is more for respawns, but if you guys happen to just love using the Holger, which I don't blame you because again, the damage is very, very good on it and the recoil isn't that bad to control, well, this is a build that I would recommend you guys using. Probably the best Holger build for SND, and this is it right here. And yeah, make sure you guys use this for mid-range. It will be the best effective as it is in mid-range, and it is very good close range, so that is going to be for the Holger. Well, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe down below, and also comment down below finish, because I want to see everyone that has finished the video. And yeah, thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll start streaming soon, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.